anytime we're on all fours, we want to have knees underneath our hips and wrists right underneath the shoulders. Everything lined up nice. So take a second to make sure everything's like that. And then we're not ever going to sag into our shoulders. We're going to keep it tall. And for right now, we're just going to rock. So we're just going to take it forward and back. You can start little, make it bigger as you feel like you're getting a little loosened up. I'm afraid y'all might have to hear my garbage trucks in the background. But we'll probably have some birds, so maybe they'll out-sing them. I was excited. My hummingbirds finally came yesterday, so that was a nice little Mother's Day present. All right, let's try turning our hands around. So you might not be able to move much when you do it this way. And we're going to just rock it a little bit. Good. All right, turn it back the other way here. Now, while we're here, we're just going to do some nodding. So we're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, and then we're going to look up. We're keeping our mouth closed, breathing through the nose. Remembering not to sag in the chest or the shoulders. Good. Let's look up one more time and tuck the chin one more time. All right, so this next one might feel a little silly, but I don't like it. Feels good. We're going to lay on our back. And then we're going to bring our knees in and just hold them however's comfortable. If you can get them in here, you can try that. You can just hold them like this, and we're just going to roll, but we're going to lead with our eyes. So we'll look with our eyes, bring our head, and then everything else will follow. And then we'll start with the head again. And we're just rolling. Good. If you haven't done any rolling lately, you might feel silly. But that's okay, silly's good. And let's go one more time each way. Good, and back to the center. All right. Okay, now we're gonna put those feet down. Get yourself situated, and we're gonna start with our little circuit of exercises. So our first one, we're still gonna lay on our back. We're gonna reach our feet up in the air as well as we can. And then we're gonna reach towards our toes. So do it with me now. We're gonna reach here, so we'll reach, reach, reach. It's okay if you can't reach them. Good, keep going. Reach, and reach, and reach. Good. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna come over on our belly. I'm sliding off the mat. All right. So we're gonna bring the arms in front. We're laying on our belly. We're gonna bring arms up off the ground like we're flying, and then we're gonna bring elbows back to make a little W if you were looking at you from the top. So we'll reach it forward and back, trying to keep the chest off the mat. Now, if you need to lay it back down and come up, that's fine. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. And 1 more. Awesome. So now we're gonna come up on all fours and do some bird dogs. So these are the opposite arm and leg extension. We're not thinking about taking them high, just out and like reach the arm in front, reach the leg back. So not here, just straight out. Then switch sides. Good. Good, 2 more. Good. Okay, I'm turning around this way because I just like to face the window better. All right, now we're gonna come down in a plank on our forearms. Modify this if you need. So we're gonna come up here and then we're gonna tap a knee down. So we'll tap a knee down to the ground, then the other side. Tap, tap. Now, anytime you need a break, take one and then come back when you're ready. Good. That was 10. We're doing 10 more. Two more. Good. All right, rock it back up. You're doing great. Take a second here, just rock it again in a minute. And then we're gonna come back and do that circuit again. All right, so we're coming back to our back. Toes up in the air. And we're gonna reach. Here we go. Reach, reach. Doing great. We're doing 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Bring them down. We're coming over onto the belly for those Supermans. All right, so on our belly, arms in front. Now remember, you can do it 2 ways. You can either hold it up the whole time or come up and back down. Good. Doing great. Two more. And 1 more. All right, now come up to all fours for our bird dog. All right, we're extending out. Good. Switching sides. Make sure you're not letting your head droop. Look a little bit in front of you. Good. 2 more. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come down to that plank again. Now, if you prefer to do it tall, that's fine. You can still tap a knee, tap a knee. So you choose which one you like better or dislike least. All right, here we go. Tapping our knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keeping everything tight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Bring it back up to your little forearm. Little rock for a second. We're going to go through that circuit one more time. Good. Shake out the arms if you need to, and come back to your back again. All right, toes up. And we're gonna reach for them. Here we go. Reach, reach. Keep it going. 2 more. Good. All right, we're coming over to those Supermans. So get situated on your belly. Arms out in front. Good. All right, here we go. We're gonna fly and then bring those elbows back. And back. Remember, you can stay up with chest off the ground the whole time, or let it come down and back up. You choose. Doing great. And 2 more. And 1 more. Good. All righty. Back up to all fours for our bird dogs. You're doing great. Here we go. Extend it out. We've got 4 more. And 2 more. Good. All right. One more time with the planks and the knees. So pick which plank you prefer, tall or forearm. Get everything engaged here and let's tap those knees, or at least bend them. No matter which version you're doing, don't sag into your shoulders. Stay nice and tall, strong. Good. And 2 more. Good. All right. Come back up. Little rock. Wiggle around. Whatever feels good. And then we'll go to our next step. You're doing great. All right. Shake them out. Okay. So the next thing is going to be a side plank. We're going to be on our forearm. So you make sure you've got some pad under there. And then I'm going to say to keep the bottom knee here bent. So we'll come up this way. We're staying tall here. And then we're going, if this is where you're at today, and this is what you need to be doing, totally fine. But if you're up for it, we're going to do a little crunch here with the other arm and leg. Good. Let's go ahead and do those. We'll crunch, 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 or hold it, whichever way you need today. Always remember, if I tell you to do something that your doctor said not to, then ignore me and listen to them. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other side. All right, so strong through the shoulder, no sagging down here. Bent knee. Bring it up tall through here. And crunch. Two more. Good. All right. Now we're coming onto our back again. Feet are going to be in fairly close to our rear, and we're just going to do our little glute bridges. So we're going to squeeze the glutes, bring them up, and back down. Squeeze, and back down. Good. Keeping the feet in fairly close. It's okay if they can't be super close. You just work a slightly different muscle group. Good. And let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. All right. So we're going to come over to all fours again. And do a little crawl. So just, I'm going to do 4 one way, 4 the other. If you don't have quite that much room, you can alter that. So we're just going to crawl, but we're having opposite arm and leg. So if you haven't done crawling lately, that might be a little hard to get your brain triggered. So opposite arm and leg go, and then the other side. And then back the other way. Good. And forward again. Keeping your head up, looking where you're going. Good. So, like I said, I'm doing 4 each way. You can adjust in your space as long as you can go at least 2 little paces. You can just keep going forward and back. It's a little more interesting if you have farther to go. Good, take it back or wherever. And we're gonna go forward and back 1 more time. Well, my forward and back. Good, now 4 more paces. Good. All right. So now, still on hands and knees, we're gonna have that knee underneath our hip. Then we're gonna have a straight leg extended out behind us. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tap it out, tap it back in. Tap it out, tap it back in. Squeezing the glute each time is how you're gonna be raising the leg. So out, back in, out, back in. Good. Out and in. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, bring that knee in, plant it on the ground, and we'll extend the other leg out behind us. Get yourself situated. All right, we'll go out and back in. Out and back in. Again, staying tall in our shoulders. Out and in. Squeeze that glute. And we're not letting our head sag either, so don't be looking at your knees. Look a little bit in front of you. Good. Now let's do 1 more. We'll go out and back in. Good. Okay, now we're coming back to our first one, that side plank. So get yourself situated. That bent knee on the bottom, foot's tucked back behind you, tall on the shoulder, and you can hold it right here instead of the crunch. That's fine. You choose what works best for you today. If you are crunching, let's go. So we'll crunch. Stay tall on that shoulder. 2 more. Good. All right, switch it over to the other side. Yourself situated. Again, you can hold or you can crunch with us. Here we go for those crunching. One more. Good. All right. Our glute bridge, that means we're laying over on our back. Getting ourselves situated, feet in fairly close. You can have your arms out to the side to give you a little stability. And let's squeeze those glutes. Squeeze, squeeze. So this is not about how high up you can get your hips. We don't want to end up overextending the back, but we're going to think about squeezing the glutes. Good. Keep it going. And 2 more. Good. Okay, our crawls. Sit back to all fours. And again, I'm going 4 paces. You don't have to do that, but just keep crawling with me here. Now, if you just really feel feisty one day, today or any other day, and want to try this, you can do the crawl version that's more like, we call it panther. So you bring your knees up off the floor and still keep the high knee low. So that's a more advanced version. But for today, we can just stick with a regular one. So opposite arm and leg. And back, or wherever. Good. Keep crawling. Head up. Still crawling. Still crawling. Almost done. And 4 more paces. Good. All right, so now get yourself situated with that little straight leg out behind you. So one leg out behind you. Remember, we're tall here in the chest, not sagging down, nice and tall. And then we're going to use the glute to squeeze, bring the leg out to the side, and back in. Now, this doesn't have to be far out to the side. You can just be moving it maybe like 6 inches out there. Out and back in. Remembering to breathe. Good. Now we're going to switch legs. So the other leg is out there behind you, nice and straight. And use that glute, squeeze, bring it out, and back in. Out and in. Out and back in. 2 more. Out and in. Out and in. Good, good, good. All right, we're going to do the little set one more time. So that's those 4 exercises, 1 more round. So first is the side plank. Keeping, not down here, keeping that extended up, nice and tall in the shoulder. So we're either holding or we're crunching. For those crunching, let's go. Crunch, crunch. Good, 2 more. All right, switch it over to the other side. Get yourself situated. All right, and if you're crunching, let's do it. Crunch, crunch, nice and tall on the shoulder. Two more. And remember, when it's hard, make a happy face and trick your brain into thinking you're liking it. All right, glute bridge here. That sounds silly, but there's actually scientific stuff to go along with it. All right, feet are in close, arms are out to the side to help us balance and squeeze. Remember, we're squeezing. That's how we're getting our hips up. Keep it going. And one more. Good, good. All right, to our crawls again. All right, and let's crawl. Just keep going till I tell you. So opposite arm and leg. Keep those heads up. Good, still crawling. And still crawling. Good. Keep going, we're almost done. And 4 more. Good, good. Okay, now our little straight leg thing from all fours here. Bring the leg out. Then we're using the glute to make this one move. So squeeze, move it out. Squeeze, move it in. Out and in. It's all through the shoulders. Keeping our head up. Good. Out and back in. Out and back in. We're doing 2 more on this leg. Out and back in. Switch over to the other side. Just help situated. And here we go again. Use that glute. Squeeze, bring it out. Squeeze, bring it in. Out, in. Tall in the shoulders. Good. Out and in. Out and in. 2 more. Out and in. Out and in. Awesome. Okay, you're done. Now we're just going to do some stretching. All right. Let's lay on our back. Let's have our arms just out to our side. So if somebody's looking down on us, we look like a big T. And we're going to bend the knees, bring them in. And we're just going to let them slide to one side. Keeping your arms, as much of your arms as you can on the ground. Then bring the knees back to the middle. And let them slide the other way. And bring them back to the middle. Good. This is slow. You don't have to fling anything. Good. Back to the middle. And back to the middle. Good. And let's try one more each direction. Good. Last one here. Awesome. All right, you can rest the feet on the floor. Let's bring our arms up above our head. And try to rest your whole arm, if possible, on the ground. Then bring the elbows down, just slide them down on the ground. And then slide them back up like you're reaching up above you. Slide the elbows down. So we're making little W's on the wall, on the floor here. Good. And reach them up. And one more time. We'll slide it down. And back up. And you just stretch everything out. Stretch those legs out. Stretch the arms up over your head. Make yourself as long as you can. Good. Take a couple breaths there. All right, bring the knees back in. Let's prop one ankle up over on our other knee. And then let's see if we can thread our fingers through. That's optional. If that doesn't work for you today, that's fine. You can just keep that, you can keep the foot there. Maybe try just pressing the knee a little bit to get a little more stretch. Good. So wherever you are, we're going to hold this stretch for a few moments. Slowing our breathing. It's going to be a beautiful day today, so I hope you'll be able to get out in it. Good, let's switch sides. Good, so ankle on the other knee. You can just press right here if you want to for a little bit of a stretch. Or try and thread those fingers in. And then I like to use my elbow to press the other the other knee out for a little extra. Good. All right, let's move to a seated position, whichever way you want to get there. And in whatever form is comfortable, cross-legged, legs out in front, legs in a V, whatever. All right, let's just pull those shoulders back and down. Maybe pull our hands behind us. Pull the shoulders back. Just opening the chest a bit. Good. Release that. Let's bring an arm across here. Get our fingers wiggling. Get our wrist wiggling. Now, if you have any kind of wrist pain when you're doing all these things, like the quadruped things or the tall plank or anything where you're on your hands like that, let's switch sides. More than likely, that's going to get better as you do it a little more. But taking time through the day to do some little wrist circles, to do those little things we did at the beginning where we turned our hands backwards to stretch, that helps. A lot of times it's a wrist flexibility thing. You can also do these. Let's go ahead and interlace our fingers and just roll those wrists around. Good, let's roll them the other way. This is good too, like if you maybe just have arthritis or just a little stiffness, getting those wrists rolling. It's good. Motion is lotion. Good. Shake everything out. Good. You did fantastic today. Thanks for starting your week with me.